listener friend, I've got a tale that I must defend, about a world where freedom fell, and I'm the one who knows it well, you see. And I've read the book with care, analyzed each symbol there. Though I lack the lived experience, my expertise is quite immense. I'm mansplaining the Handmaid's Tale with confidence that cannot fail. Though women wrote it, lived it, felt it, I'm the one who can help you get it. Mansplaining, mansplaining, mansplaining. The irony is entertaining, but trust me when I break it down, I'm the smartest guy around. Now June's rebellion, let me explain the symbolism in her pain. The red dress means fertility, I learned that from the TV. The patriarchy's iron fist is something that I can't have missed. But though I've never felt oppressed, my analysis is still the best. I'm mansplaining the Handmaid's Tale with confidence that cannot fail. Though women wrote it, lived it, felt it, I'm the one who can help you get it. Mansplaining, mansplaining. The irony is entertaining, but trust me when I break it down, I'm the smartest guy around. Now some might say it's quite absurd for me to have the final word on stories about women's plight, but clearly I've got better sight. The themes of power, loss, and rage are better viewed from my male stage. So gather round and hear me speak about the truths that women see. I'm explaining the Handmaid's Tale. My podcast wisdom will not fail. Though Margaret Atwood women know I'm here to steal the whole darn show. Oh, mansplaining, mansplaining, self-awareness, that's for training. So tune in weekly, don't you frown. I'm the smartest guy in town. Welcome to the podcast, friends, where male perspective never ends.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the Daily Dose of Dawn, Mansplaining the Handmaid's Tale. Hope y'all liking the new theme music there, by the way. Debuted on the previous episode, but I made that after I had already recorded. Alright, we're in New Donk City again today on the pro side of it, though. So I probably won't do anywhere near as well. Let's take advantage of this, at least. Alright. We are ready to do episodes 4, 5, 6, and 7 today. We'll do at least 3, and then we'll figure it out if we got time for the 4th. Alrighty then. So, episode 4 starts out. June is approached by a Serena supporter. Basically, she's all like, oh, you should be so happy you have that child because of Gilead, and fucking, you know, it's crazy, and, you know, fuck this bitch. June is like, get the fuck away from me, like any normal person would be. Boy. So I get a scene of her telling her therapist about it, and her therapist like, you know, you're gonna have to deal with that. Sorry. Looks like like you deal with it as fine as good. Alrighty. Serena is officially released from any and all Canadian custody. Oh boy. And then Mark goes off to tell June about it. June is of course upset by this. She decides, maybe I might need that gun that I buried in the backyard. So she goes and digs up that gun. Boy. I'm sure nothing bad will happen from that. Oh, June takes that gun. She drives down to Serena's Gilead property. Sees that there's a vigil of crazies out there friggin' praying for her or some shit. Oh. June is seen on the property and leaves. June and Luke are later on talking, and June is just like, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to stop myself from killing this bitch at this point. Just they ain't going to stop it. Alright. Luke ain't sure he's going to be able to stop himself either. Oh. You got a scene with Janine and Lydia. And Janine is kind of giving Lydia the business a little bit. Like, yo, what are you going to do? Pluck her eye out? Talking about Esther. Oh. But we do begin to see Lydia softening a little bit. Alright. Hold on a second here, Brian. Oh, nice all. Okay. Serena gets a phone call with Lawrence. And talk a little bit about Venezuela, and they're possibly interested in the Handmaid program. Of course, Lawrence asks about June. How's that going? Apparently he already knows that June was seen outside of there last night. So back home, June, well, there's a letter for Offred. Oh, shit. Inviting her to the opening of the Gilead friggin' Cultural Center. Let's see. That would have been so cool if it hit the pen. Alrighty. Luke gives a visit to Serena. And after getting double checked by security, oh, you ain't got a gun. Luke tells her, look, my wife's gonna kill you. I'm probably gonna kill you. There's a good chance one of us is gonna kill you. Somebody's gonna. Of course, Serena always asks there, she asked Luke the $1,000,000 question. Hey, how come you never return to Gilead to get your wife out? I mean, come on, man. Shit. June's dumbass, man. She was like, right after fucking risking a whole boatload of people's lives to get out, was like, I'm gonna jump right back out, go back into this stupid country. Luke, on the other hand, man, he didn't go. He hung out in Canada, tried to get him back from that. Luke probably did the smarter idea, definitely. Alright. So anyways, now we're back to Lydia and Lawrence, and we're seeing talk to each other a lot lately. See, this is another weird thing. The TV shows in general do this a lot. Lydia and Lawrence are both like super high ranking in what appear to be totally different positions, alright? But, like, in the beginning, they act like they never interacted before, and now they're interacting like every day. Like, I don't know. Anyways, Lawrence is telling Lydia, look, you know, the world's about to see our handmaids, and we don't really need the crazy plucking people's eyeballs out shit right now, you know? We want the good stuff, you know? Alright, that's about, yeah. So, maybe one over and fall deeply. Alrighty. Maybe should have done two. Alright. But Lydia wants to have. Now she likes the idea of the breeding colony. Alright, she's like, yeah, we'll just have the girls hang out and work with me, and the commanders will go to them. They'll no longer be in the house. And Lawrence is like, yo, do you not get, like, ooh, look at you. But Lawrence is like, yo, these are pious men. They got their kinks. They need the handmaid in the house. You know? What are you doing? You know that. And of course Lydia, she's like, do I? I'm like, do you? Like, you see, this is closer to what I would figure it would be, but we'll get into something a little bit later on. I don't want to complain about that yet. The whole, like, sometimes we're hypocrites and sometimes we aren't thing. But, oh, that's some horse shit. Alright, so outside Serena, there's this big protest going on again, and a vigil, and some people start a fight. Fight breaks out. The security's got to get Serena out of there. Okay, so like, but before she gets in the car, she is confronted by June and Luke, and June's got a gun. Oh, fuck. June has every chance to shoot her, but instead runs away, leaving Serena to get in the car and take off. Alright. So now we go back to Lydia with Janine. And she's telling Janine, hey, I probably should have listened to you about Esther, and you know, you're probably right about some shit. There's definitely some shit fucked up that it's not super Christ-like. Oh, boy. Janine, of course, is like, yeah, well, I'd love to help you, but you'll do something horrible if I do. Because that's what you do, you know? And she's like, well, I'm trying not to anymore. And like, yeah. Okay. I should have been paying attention to what those guys were doing. Because then I could have copied them, but oh well. Oh, I think I figured it out. Well, a little bit. Okay. Anyways, Serena is brought out to what appears to be a safe house. A Gilead family in Canada. Oh boy. And that is the end of episode 4. Alright. Ah, shit. Backspot. Alrighty then, folks. Let's just head right on into episode 5. First we'll take a little puff of this. Alright. Okay then. So the Guardians come in with info on the wife school. Okay, yeah. They got a guardian that wants to cross the border with information about the wife school that Hannah is in. Okay? So they gotta get to those people. But now we're running into a lot of Canadian protesters who seem to be getting pretty sick of the American refugees around there because they are kind of causing a lot of trouble. Shit. Say like, what? Wow, alright. I don't know if that really, well, that was a hell of a way to get to the green. I mean, obviously I gotta bank this one, is what it's supposed to be doing. Oh, wow. I was gonna say, like, I'm rooting for you to come in, because that'd be one hell of a video. Oh, alrighty then. So Serena's at the new house, and she wants to thank Mr. Wheeler for his generosity. But Ezra's like, he's a busy man. That might not be possible. Who is this mysterious friggin' commander? Boy. Bet he gets neutered too. They all end up friggin' getting neutered. That's some crap. Alright, then. So back to the border group. Border group is kind of like, yeah, it's getting dangerous crossing back and forth because, both Gilead doesn't like us for obvious reasons, and the Canadians don't really want us here anymore either. We're causing problems for them. So, shit. So Luke decides, you know what? I ain't no bitch. I'm gonna cross over for my daughter. And of course June's like, yeah, the hell you are. Not by yourself, at least, of course. So after some arguing about who's gonna cross over, they end at the obvious choice. They both cross over. Let's see. So they go into the woods, into no man's land. We see a body hanging with the word rapist written across him. Looks like, is that Gilead? No, Gilead does not use words. Shit. Let's see here. So, Serena is being more or less worshipped by this group of brainwashed ladies. Oh, it's so awesome that you're pregnant and all that shit, blah, 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 God's light and whatnot, all that shit. Hard time, okay, yeah, one of the wives says some shit like, yeah, people have such a hard time moving on, and Gotta find homes for all these kids we stole. It doesn't say it like that, but that's more or less what she's saying most of the time. Oh, that's a fun little one. Watch it for yourself. Alright. Joan and Luke find the Guardian. They ask for the password, and he gives them the password, and so they go hang out at the bowling alley. Woo! But first we head on over to Serena, making a phone call. Lawrence and Warren are on the line. Oh boy, Warren, nobody knew Warren was gonna be there. What does Warren want? Well, they want to reopen the Gilead Center. Alright. Well, Serena is like, yeah, I got a better idea. She's like, let's make it the fertility center. That's what people want. They want to talk about children. Let's talk about the shit people want. Children. Honestly, it's not a terrible idea. But, they gotta say no right then, and Warren hangs up. And then Warren and Lawrence have a little discussion about Lawrence's idea, New Bethlehem. Alright. Apparently, Lawrence wants to welcome back the, quote, traitors. And basically, probably still be a crazy theocracy, but warm up a little bit back to what America used to be. And of course Warren's like, yeah, fuck that shit, man. I like my crazy theocracy where I get to bang bitches and do whatever the fuck I want all over the time, So fuck all that. And of course Lawrence, man, he's smart enough to know, he's like, man, the world does not like what we're doing, and if our borders keep being closed, like, we're fucked. Okay? So we're back over the bowling alley. Oh, the Guardian tells June and Luke. Oh, man. See, that again would have been so awesome. The Guardian tells June and Luke. Yeah, so if she's in a purple dress, that's a plum. They're like princesses. They get everything they need, man. Oh, shit. Alright. But it also means they a wife in training. They're being taught how to run a household. Alright? So basically Hannah's at like the first step of Nick's little robot wife was at. Of course, this is pretty disturbing because she's like 12 years old. Alright. The Guardian gives them a thumb drive that supposedly is going to have all the information they need in it. Alright. Of course, Guardian tells him, like, well, you can go back now if you want, but problem is, like, you're gonna die if you go now. You might want to wait until dark. It'll be less, it'll be a little safer. So they sit around, they bowl, and they talk with this Guardian, and he's kind of like, yeah, I don't really remember the before time. It's kind of fuzzy. I think my dad used to take me bowling or some shit. I think all the guys got places like this. See, again, like, this is what... I feel like there is critical information I'm missing. Like, the fertility crisis must be... Wow, oh my God. Oh, it would have been so awesome. Why can't you kid it the hole in one like that? I mean, I might have to still. God damn. Like, I'm rooting for you guys. Hit a hole in one like that. Alright, anyways, like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the depopulation is way farther along than they have made it clear of, was the point I was getting at. Before Mario wowed me with his fucking bank shot over there. I'm just gonna friggin' see what happens. You know, maybe I can bing, bang, boom. Nope, I'm just gonna. Look at Wario. Oh my. Okay, then. You know, some of these are just gonna make it anyways. Probably. Jesus. Alright, anyways, yeah, she makes a comment, his name's Jaden, and they're like, oh, I've never met anybody in Gilead so pure. Yeah, I bet you he's gonna die. Oops, spoiler. Oh. You should have known it. Maybe you didn't, but whatever. Let's see here. Let's see, we got a little flashback where Serena's picking out her handmaid, and Lydia says something like, oh yes, that one caught the eye of Mr. Waterford as well. And Serena was immediately like, yeah, no. Oh, but back in the present day, Wheeler arrives. Oh. Wheeler arrives, and he basically tells Serena, hey, we're going to move forward here for your fertility clinic. And I'm like, oh, alright, cool. We like that. This Wheeler guy seems like a little bit of a wiener, but we'll see what happens with him. Oh, so back over in Gilead, the Guardian Jaden is walking Luke and June through the fields, and all of a sudden, click, and he's like, oh, get back, and boom, landmine, and oh, Jaden is down, and he's like, yo, bitches, y'all need to get it going, and they're like, no, we can't leave ya, and finally, they're like, yeah, we better leave his ass because he's like missing a leg and shit. And, you know, the Guardians will actually help him, but, you know, like, they're gonna fucking, they ain't gonna help you. Oh, of course, Luke and June, they are caught again. Oh, shit. Stuffed in the back of a truck. And that is the end of episode 5. Oh, bam. Alrighty, episode 6. We'll get right into it. June and Luke are in the back of a truck. Luke asks, are they Gilead? And June's like, no, they're not Gilead. These people are they're too unhealthy for Gilead. Alright. So they bring him in there. They take a photo, mugshot of him. He's like, "Who are you of?" And June is like, "No one," and "Fuck you." So they get thrown into another cell. Back home, Serena is at the door, wanting to go to her to her gynecologist visit, and well, the gynecologist actually comes to you. No, isn't that convenient? Then they go upstairs and they're like, "Yeah, we got this like whole gynecologist office up here in the house, so you never have to leave the house. Good for you." Shit, man, good for him too. Then the gynecologist is like, "Yeah, you want to go out to dinner?" And Serena's kind of starting to catch on to what the fuck is going on here. Oh, shit. Alrighty. Oh, back there we find out that the poison dister has woken up and she is pregnant. 3 weeks along. Of course, Lydia is kind of like, how'd that happen? Because, she was supposed to be posted, like she never got posted. It was the day before she got posted. Wasn't posted yet. How did this happen? And upon questioning Esther, Lydia finds out that Putnam raped her. Lydia sympathizes, but Esther is not buying it. She is like, "Yeah, fuck you, Lydia. You're like kind of a huge enforcement of this whole crazy fucking rape land." I'm gonna hopefully have some time to talk about that at the end there about Lydia, because she is an interesting character in this sense, but we'll get into that. Alright. So Lydia goes to Lawrence, and Lawrence is like, so he got her pregnant? That's good. That's what we want, right? And Lydia, of course, is like, "Yeah, but like not by rape, And he's like, "Hey, we can cover this up, basically." Lydia there gives Lawrence a little threat to God, but I don't even think at this point, I don't even really think Lawrence really believes in God at this point. He's just like, "Yeah, whatever. I'll just do what I do. Yeah, God will be doing that shit." Oh, let's see here. We go back to the jail. Junes and Luke are there, and Luke is freaking the fuck out. He's not really used to being in jail. June is just like calmly like, "Yeah, whatever. Been in there a couple of times. Gonna be in there again. Man, we ain't gonna die." Oh, we go back. So Serena is talking with Mrs. Wheeler, and she's telling her about like the doctor's proposal. And Mrs. Wheeler's like, "Yeah, you should definitely do it." And Serena's like, "Yeah, I don't really want to date my gynecologist. I imagine that'd be weird. I cannot imagine at all what that would be like for either person, to be honest with you. Alright, cool. Hey, look at that. Well, now that's guaranteed to make the highlight reel. Holy shit. Anyways, so let's see here. All right. Anyway, so Ms. Wheeler wants her to date to date her gynecologist, but she doesn't want to, and so basically, she's like, "Yo, you can't be a single mother in Gilead. We gotta get you hitched and fast." And Serena's like, all of a sudden she's like, yeah, what are you talking about? I might choose not to get married for a while and, choose to be a single mother. And that's when Miss Wheeler is all like, you need rest. You need rest right now. Get in your room. And that's when Serena's like, oh, fuck. Yep, that's why ain't nobody ever let me leave the house and nothing. Oh boy. Now she gets it. Back over in No Man Land jail. They go over there, they take something from June, they go into the cell with Luke, and Luke tries to fight and escape, and they beat the fuck out of Luke. And, that sucks, because Luke don't know that, don't resist at that point, Let's see here. Lawrence and Putnam trading back and forth as Putnam is enjoying the news of his impregnation, even though, everybody knows that. I mean, the whole thing is rape, but it's rape by their definition, even, so, I mean, that's when you gotta be a particular scumbag. Oh, him and Lawrence have the back and forth, and he's all like, what's even the point of getting to your position if you ain't gonna enjoy the spoils? Oh. Oh boy. So we're back to Serena and Mr. Wheeler. And Serena's like, oh shit, is this because of what happened earlier? And Mr. Wheeler's like, no, actually I got some great news. My team, they got June Osborne. Got her in custody in No Man's Land. We're gonna send Ezra to pick her up and deal with her. And damn, good for her. Alright, and Serena is like, hey, I got quite a bit of history with this bitch. I want to go too. I want to see it. I want to make sure she is dead and see it with my own eyes. So I can tell my kid that shit. Because, this bitch is a real danger to me. Wheeler don't like it. But Serena gets awake and gets to go. In the meantime, Luke and June's like, we'll stay alive, never give up hope. Oh boy. And Luke and June are separated, different trucks. So then the Putnams are having breakfast. Alright. And Mrs. Putnam is wondering, why is everybody staring at us? Warren, he's like, I guess everybody's gonna hear soon enough, but hey, you'll be thanking me for this. Before he can tell Mrs. Putnam what he did, the Guardians show up. And they're like, yeah, Commander Putnam, you need to come with us. And he's all like outraged, I'm a commander, I'm high ranking, what the fuck you doing? And they grab his ass, and then he's like, alright, sure, I'm coming. Alright. They take him out back. Now, I mean, again, this is crazy. Like, I'm guessing they're still in Boston, I think. I think. That's where I guess a little, I don't know. But yeah, so like basically they take him right outside to Nick and Lawrence, and what the fuck did they say? He was guilty of apostasy, whatever the fuck that is, some kind of religious bullshit. Anyways, basically they decide to enforce this rape thing on him, and Nick just fucking pulls out a pistol, bam, shoots him right in the fucking face. Bam. Nick takes his bloody face home and sees his wife Rose, who is kind of like, hey, what does this make you when you do shit like this? Because, I mean, that's still pretty fucked up. Not a terrible person, but this is fucked up. And he's just like, I'm the person who's making Gilead safe. Sure. I don't know. I guess Nick is not as harmful. I give him that. Oh, right, Ethan. Oh, outside by the wall, Mr. Putnam was getting strung up, and Lydia's telling a group of handmaids what an evil bastard Mr. Putnam was. Oh. Hold on here, folks. Let me plan this one. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna try something random here. Let's see how this works. That's not gonna work. This is gonna work bad. Well, it's bad, yeah. Be so awesome if I dropped straight in, though. That would have been worth it. Alrighty then. But yeah, so Lydia's got a group of handmaids out there, and she's talking about like, Warren Putnam was such an evil man. He abused his power and position, but nobody is above God's judgment. Alrighty. In the meantime, back over in No Man's Land, the bus is stopped and June is taking off. We see Serena and Ezra. Now got her. And Serena is like, bitch, give me that gun and let me do it. Uncover, I want her to pray. There's a big stand up where Serena should be shooting her in the face. But instead, boom, she shoots Ezra. Oh, fuck. Points the gun at June and tells her bitch ass, get in the car. Start driving. Oh, shit. That is the end of episode 6. And you know what, folks? I think we are going to stop with the recap there at this point, just because, I don't know. We got a little bit left here for Mario Golf, and honestly, I wanted to point out a little bit here. So, I mean, like, still, I was going to mention, alright, so this Warren dude, what is the deal with him? Why do they got such a boner for him? I mean, this poor guy, he's not doing anything the other commanders aren't. I mean, Lawrence isn't, but, you know, why does Warren always get fucked? Right up to the end is what I'm saying. I mean, they cut his arm off the first time, and now he's dead. I don't know. It's kind of another example of, like, it seems like anytime somebody comes to power around this place, they are dealt with very, very quickly. You know? It's worse than, like, in Star Wars when Darth Vader is, like, murdering all of his officers that he promotes. Like then promoting the next guy, and, like, you know, eventually you think, like, people would stop wanting to be promoted. Somebody would pick up on that. I would think so, at least. Oh, I don't know. Next episode will easily be the last 4. I did watch 7, as I said, but we probably did. I do have time. I don't want to. I'd have to rush through it. Well, there, Mackenzie seems to have disappeared again. I was kind of waiting for him to be a problem. He'll probably be a problem in, like, the finale, or the second to final episode, and then, like, yeah. In the second to final episode of the season, he'll be a problem, and then in the finale, he'll be dead. That sounds like about what we're doing here. Oh, oh, one of us finally figured out the top spin it. Alright. You gotta be closer for that trick to work. Honestly, closer like this. But, yeah, it's still not gonna... Alright, there you go. Alright, folks, if you are listening on Spotify and I actually remember to post the right version of this on Spotify, this will be about where we end. Keep up to date with what's going on with your daily dose of dawn. And then over here on YouTube, we'll be on Dawn After Dark. Of course, if you're listening on Spotify and you're still hearing this, well, fuck, that means I fucked up again and put the wrong one on there. Hopefully I didn't, though. Doesn't really matter. It shouldn't be that long. It's just one more hole. It's not like it's really going to affect the score all that much. I am losing pretty badly here. say, like, I feel like his would you'd either have to overdo it or underdo it. Bam! Oh well, at least I'll make the last shot of pain in the ass for everybody else. It's what I do. Ah! Unfortunately, holes in ones ain't what I'm doing here, but. Turtle jerk. And then there's that. Alrighty. Looks like we're heading off here. Yep, I am fourth by law. Alrighty, folks. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. As always, keep up to date with what's going on with the Daily Dose of Dawn.